Alright, so, you know, a very common question, I don't get this often, but I see it, and it's how do we cope with our negative feelings? How do we, be okay? How do we try to calm down? How do we try to get our minds off of a negative feeling? And I'm going to tell you my answer. So my first answer is don't cope. Don't get your mind off of it. As a matter of fact, I want you to be closer to it. Let it immerse you, right? And I know it sounds weird. It's like, whoa, you don't want negative vibrations to follow on you because then you're going to attract negativity and then all this bad shit is going to happen. We don't want negativity. We want to stay positive. We want to run away from negativity, push it out of our lives, and we absorb all positivity. And, I mean, honestly, positive vibes only is just a bunch of fucking bullshit. So, I mean, look, it's... for you guys that's running away from your negative emotions, for you guys that's running away from the emotions that make you feel uncomfortable, when you feel nervous, when you feel scared, when you feel sad, right? Those negative emotions that you feel, it's so easy for you to run away. I know there's a common thing associated with strength and being stronger than the feeling by, not showing it. Because when you show the feeling, you're weak. But the reality is that a lot of times, even when you're alone, you still don't want to feel that feeling. Why? Now think about it. When we're alone in our rooms, we are ourselves. It is just us, right? It's nobody else. Nobody's opinion is affecting what the fuck I do in this room here. So why is it that you still can't feel? Why is it that you're still scared to feel emotions? Again, some of you guys do, but for the ones who don't, why are you still scared of that negative emotion? And it's because you're afraid of it, right? And the thing is that I'm challenging you here. Not even challenging, I'm asking you. I'm telling you that you should open your heart to negative feelings, right? I need you to realize that when you run away from your negative emotions and you run away from those negative vibrations, and you're running from those signals, all you're doing is running away from it from the same vibrations that you're receiving, okay? Because a lot of times, a lot of us don't want to feel because we're scared. And when fearful emotions rise, especially fear, right? You're running away from fear with fear, right? Not good. Any of these negative emotions that you experience and you don't want to feel them is because you're afraid of feeling them, right? Most likely, the chances are that you don't want to feel weak or afraid. You don't want to feel anything that makes you feel, I guess, less than you are, right? That makes you feel feeble in comparison to what you view yourself as. That makes you feel like you've been brought to your knees. No one wants to feel that type of shit. Nobody's got that type. Nobody really has that. Some of us do, but not a lot of us. Okay? So, what I encourage you is that anytime you get a negative feeling, the best bet is to let it consume you. Allow a negative emotion to completely take place. Okay? If you feel sad and you're about to cry, start fucking crying. Now, obviously, I'm going to make a disclaimer. Yes, there is a time and place for emotions. Okay? You know, again, if you're at your job, you can't just randomly break down. But you can feel the emotion to a certain extent. Right? Some jobs, they rid you of your authenticity. Okay? Some places, they rid you of the authenticity that you can have. Okay? So, again, there's a time and place for emotions. You know, and some people don't want to deal with, no one gives a fuck about your feelings. So, sometimes the best thing you can do is just take that on with yourself, right? But the point I'm trying to make here, know the time and place for your feelings. And then take your feelings to that place, okay? But if you're in a place where that authenticity is ridden and you're not allowed to be that authentic person that you want, that you need to be in that moment, then the advice I'm going to give you is find either a way to allow that authenticity to express in a way where nobody's affected by it or nobody has to really be involved in it, or in a way where you feel it enough to where it's kind of there, right? So for example, let's say like me and my mom just got in a big argument, right? And I'm feeling pretty bad about that. And now I have to go to work. And now because of that argument and how much that really hurt me, I don't want to go to work. I'm feeling really fucking sad, right? While you're at work, I mean, you can't just stop working and then start crying, right? But you can allow yourself to feel that emotion to the extent that you can, right? That doesn't mean all of a sudden just replace, you can feel sad, right? You don't have to put a fucking smile on your face. Again, places that rid you of your authenticity will, but some places don't, right? So express it to the degree that you can and that you're allowed to, right? So what I'm trying to alternate here for you is that don't run from your negative vibrations, right? So once you're experiencing this negative vibration, okay, allow it to consume you and notice two aspects of it. Notice the physical aspect of it, and notice, well, actually three. So notice the way you're feeling, right, as the emotional aspect, right? So the way that you're feeling is sadness, right? Then you want to know the physical aspect, which is what part of my body feels like. So what's happening to my body as this vibration consumes me, right? For me, when I get really nervous and my nose likes to tighten, it feels like my nose is being pushed in. And sometimes my throat feels like it's choking up, right? Whenever I get nervous or scared or something, those two go haywire. And in my heart, I can feel like my heart every single beat, okay? So that, notice the physical, what's happening to the body when you're in that situation, right? And then notice if you get any thoughts, right? What thoughts come with it, right? This is where it really gets uncomfortable too. Because sometimes the thoughts that you think along with this vibration, you want to shut out so fast. And it's so easy to just be like, don't think about it, don't think about it, don't think about it. I'm telling you, think about it. It's so opposite what you're told to do. It's so not what you're supposed to do, right? You're supposed to just get over it, suck it up, and push it out the way. And yes, in some places you need to do that, but whenever you have an opportunity to be authentic, be fucking authentic, right? So whenever that happens, whenever that vibration starts to consume you, right? Let them notice the thoughts that you start to think. What's going on? Are you imagining that you wish you could, sit in your room and cry? Like, what are you thinking? What thoughts are popping up in your head? And keep them to yourself, right? And then just let those thoughts consume you. Because what's going to happen is those thoughts are following the vibration. Those thoughts are following the vibration. And sometimes if whatever images you're getting are what's causing the vibration, right? Because thoughts can evoke vibration. And vibration can evoke thoughts, right? Vice versa. So whatever thoughts you're experiencing, right? And as a vibration is there, because they're a vibrational match, it's going to feel real as fuck. And that's what's going to make it harder, right? So whatever thoughts you're experiencing, that's what's causing the vibration. Whatever thoughts you're thinking, that's what's making the vibration happen. That's what's getting the emotion. So once you have the thoughts or the image or the sounds or whatever's in your head going on, noticing your body as well, you're noticing where the emotion's taking place, where the energy is directing itself, right? Where the energy is trying to protect itself, where the energy is becoming most prominent at. So notice the thoughts and the physical. Once you've got that, you gotta sit there until you either go numb or until the vibration switches, okay? So if all of a sudden you're there and the sadness is going and going, and all of a sudden you don't feel the sadness anymore and you're just flatline, come out of it and then notice your body's current vibration, right? So how do I feel right now? And the other thing that you want to know is if the sadness all of a sudden swaps over to an anger, or if the sadness swaps over to an even worse emotion, like let's say all of a sudden, I guess the sadness swaps over to anxiety, right? So if that starts to happen, notice that. Notice if your emotions are doing that. How is your energy changing? And your energy may change 5 or 6 times, right? But what happens is that as you go through this process of just being with the emotion, the vibrations change, because when the vibration has a chance to not be suppressed and it actually takes its place and it flies, la-di-dee, la-di-da, it lives. It lives. Okay? So keep that in mind. So allow yourself to feel. Allow yourself to experience the emotions that are there in your body. Take them on. Embrace them. Hold them close to you. And then move on afterwards, right? After you've experienced the emotion, it's told you what it needs to tell you. It's given you what you need to know. And it's allowed itself to express physically and mentally and emotionally. It's allowed itself to express in all aspects, right? Of course, you can always take it a step further with bioenergetic catharsis, writing, actually allowing the emotion to take another further step as far as the expression, right? But just feeling it. Sometimes all you need to do is just feel it, right? A lot of us are saying that you got to push the negativity out. I'm saying allow the negativity to happen. Because if you don't understand the negativity and you're trying to push it out, you're missing something important, right? Because the negativity is going to continue to arise until you actually face it. I don't care how much you push this negativity away. You can push it and push it and push it away, and you can keep running from it. But as soon as you're not running, it's there again. And as long as you keep pushing it away, you're living a life of inauthenticity. You're not being real with who you are. And if that means something to you, then start feeling. Because if you're trying to hide your feelings, you're not being authentic. So whenever you get those negative vibrations, and you can even do this with positive vibrations too. You can even do this with happy emotions, right? If you're getting happy emotions and you're feeling all excited, you can sit with that. You can notice the thoughts it gives you. You can notice the way your body's feeling, right? When you get that positive vibration, you can experience that, feel that, and you notice it. Take time. That's taking time to be present with your emotions. This is all this is being present with the emotion at hand. And when you can be present with the emotion at hand, you can be present with the moment at hand. And when you're present at the moment with hand, you're alive. Okay? So, feel. That's all I gotta say. Whenever a negative or positive vibration happens, take time. Just take a short amount of time to feel it. Let it show you what it wants to show you. Let it make you feel what it's going to feel, what it makes you feel. And experience it. And I promise you, your emotions will be happy that you let them. Because they will allow themselves to take full course by you being present with them. I'm going to credit Teal Swan for most of what I said here. Her YouTube channel is great. So I kind of based a lot of this video off of her method as well. Just kind of spreading it, basically. But I agree. Overall, the concept is you just need to have emotional presence. That's it. Okay, everyone, you just got to notice all the aspects of your emotions, and you got to be able to take them all in. Alright? Again, accrediting her for this. A lot of this, I've naturally been able to feel, but a lot of this goes to her. A lot of this method goes to her, okay? Just learn to be present with your emotions. Talk to y'all next time.